Okay, so we got some Gwyneth Paltrow news. Just wait for it, Tori, okay? Gwyneth Paltrow is being sued by a man who claims she crashed into him on a Utah ski hill. So Gwyneth arrived in a Park City courtroom today for the trial. The man claims Gwyneth plowed into him on the hill back in 2016 and then skied away. But Gwyneth claims he crashed into her. The man originally sued for $3.1 million, but later lowered the amount to $300,000. Now today in court, his lawyer said that Gwyneth was distracted at the time. He says the collision left him with a brain injury, 4 broken ribs, and emotional distress. Gwyneth is reportedly expected to take the stand. She is countersuing for $1 in legal expenses. What are we thinking, Erica? You have a look on your face. Puzzled, or maybe not.
I just feel like this could allegedly be alleged money grab. I don't
How'd you come
like
to that
this.
conclusion?
I don't like it.
She kind of turned into Roosevelt for a second.
Allegedly. Okay, there's some details that just don't make any sense to me. Now, I am not a ski snowboarding connoisseur. I would consider myself a novice. But how are you going that fast? First they said it was a bunny hill, then they said it was a green. Then the guy who's suing her said that the attorney was like, she had 10 people with her and counted all the people that was with her in order to skip the line to what, the gondola? So you've been following her this entire time. Y'all didn't break paths at any point. You went down the same runs the entire time. And now you ran into this woman and you knew that you were going to sue Gwyneth Paltrow. This don't make any sense to me. Make it make sense, Tori, because I know you can't stand Gwyneth Paltrow, but I need to make it make sense.
Well, here's the thing. I've just done a little reading. And apparently he did tell his daughter in the hospital hours after, I'm famous, after this incident. And then he sued for emotional distress as well for having a stroke-like effect years after the situation. So it is starting to sound a little bit like what we call grab the bag. Grab a money grab.
It's a money. Yeah. It sounds alleged money grabby. Also, people get hurt. I got a concussion snowboarding, so people get hurt. You have to pay attention.
Dude, I broke my ankle last season. I assume the risk. I go on the hill.
Right.
Whether I run into you, you run into me, I fall off the chair, I assume that risk.
Right.
Yeah, Sam just slid that in. That had nothing to do with another skier. That was just you and gravity. That's all that was.
Yeah, was it on the ski lift?
But you know what? Sam came right back here. You're like a champ in her boot. She did the show.
You did. Bravo.
Just face.
Justice for Gwyneth.
Yeah.
Okay. Justice for Gwyneth.
Jeff, do you
That's
think
what we're
this
going to
was a
go
shakedown?
with.
Well, I had just a quick story when I was not involved in an accident, but it happened right next to me, and I pulled over to make sure everyone was all right, and my car didn't get hit. And I was like, all right, you didn't hit me, buddy. I'm like, are you guys all good? And they're like, yeah, we're fine. They'll take it from here. And I left, right? A year later, I'm in Los Angeles, and I have a job. They've like subpoenaed me to court.
Same thing. Yep.
And they're like, you were involved in an accident, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I wasn't involved. I'm like, I'll tell you exactly what happened. I pulled over. It was a blue car. And they're like, yeah, this is his name. And he said, you hit their car. And on the same day I had to go back, I booked how hard it is to book a job in LA. I'm like, dude, I have a job that very same day. I want to come back and I want to go to court because I want to testify against this guy. He said I hit him on a left-sided car. I'll show you my car. I'm like, this is insane. And the insurance company goes to me, they're like, listen, your premium's not going to go up. We're just going to pay this guy out. And I was like, do not pay this guy out. And they ended up paying him out because I couldn't make it to court and I had a job. And I was you're out there, dirtbag. You're out there.
Blue car. Karma will get you.
Man.
Here you were a good Samaritan.
Yeah, pulling over.
That's right.
Next time I'm just going to.
No, you're not. You'll pull over and be good again.
No, I'm right there with you.
I never heard that story. That's like,
That makes me
that was like a long time
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Okay.
People be scamming.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff, keep that heat up because we're going to talk about Vandy.
Oh my God.
Yep, Tori feels left out because she does not watch Vanderpump Rules, but Jeff and I do. So Bravo is really making the most out of the cheating scandal on Vanderpump Rules, otherwise known as Scandoval. For those of you unfamiliar with the show, Tori, Tom Sandoval cheated on his longtime girlfriend, Ariana Madix, with fellow castmate Raquel Leviss. Now, the network released a preview of what's to come, and it's bringing all the drama. Watch.
This is a full-blown love affair.
I wish we both would have tried harder.
You don't deserve one tear of mine.
She saw the both of you at the Abbey together.
You don't know what's going on between us.
I don't regret our relationship. I had so much rage in me.
You will learn how to deal with your problems.
You want anything?
For you to die.
Yes!
Scared me. Whoa. I mean, this is as real as it gets. I know a lot of people are used to reality shows not being real, but yeah, Jeff, what do you think about Bravo airing this new teaser, and do you think they're milking the drama?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm so happy Erica's on board now.
Yeah.
I love it. She's on board.
Well, unlike Tori,
Oh my God.
I did my research and I
Erica.
listened to a survivor's guide to what was happening in Scandoval. And between Watch What Crappens and She Speaks Bravo and Andy's Girls, I am up to speed. And I think
you
this is a
cliff noted
travesty.
it. There's a difference. You
I
cliff
did
note.
not cliff note
Yes,
it.
you cliff
I did
noted
not.
it.
I didn't.
Let me see.
Okay,
Cite your
it's better
sources.
than the no notes. How about studying for this show so you can
Let's not be
contribute to the
ridiculous.
conversation?
Erica, you're talking to someone who does not have a computer on his desk.
Yeah.
True.
I was just trying to be prepared. This was show prep.
Listen, it's juicy.
Okay, let me just ask you
Hit me with some questions.
Okay, first off, I want to
Me
know.
too.
I want to ask everybody here. I want to know more a little about Lisa Vanderpump because I don't get who she is in some kind of like mother brothal situation.
Let me answer that real quickly.
Okay.
So they've been doing this show for like 10 years,
Okay.
right? And all the kids on this show, I call them kids, they're not much younger than me, but they really aren't, you know what I mean? So they all started working at like Vanderpump, like Pump, the restaurant,
Right.
which Lisa Vanderpump owns. They started a reality show around that. So in a sense, they're kind of like her kids because this show's been going on for like 10 years. So there's definitely
grown
a
up with
mother
her.
figure
Okay.
involved there.
Okay, second, why has this caught everybody's attention
that's
like
my
this?
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So number one, we all know how toxic like this group is. We've been watching them for
Us?
10
Oh,
years.
you mean them. Okay, sorry.
The viewers. What makes this different is one, we all know they're as real as it gets because they were cast perfectly to butt heads. But number two, this, in my opinion, is the first time that I've seen things happen in real time on social media. So when TMZ broke the story, all of a sudden, every single one of those cast members were so upset and were on social media to talk about their feelings. So you were watching like a real life reality show on Instagram. It was
And
bananas.
then they started rolling cameras like the next day.
Yep.
So
So
I
they had
think some
gold.
things went down, but this is like I think the first time they're all together, and Bravo got the cameras there
wow.
for them to break
be
it down,
good.
which
Well,
is pretty cool.
And you're missing the part where the alleged Rachel
Yes.
Homewrecker
Yes.
was in New York right after Watch What Happens Live with Sheena, the best friend of the girl that she was cheating on her boyfriend with.
Oh, wow.
And
Crazy.
Sheena punched her that night.
That's what they're saying.
Not
So now
condoning
there's a
violence.
restraining
I'm
order. So we don't even know who can come to the reunion now because they have like a 200-foot restraining order. It's crazy.
It's gonna be
They just
interesting.
yelled the questions.
It's all for our entertainment.
Wow.
Okay, so we got one more story for you. Thor actor Chris Hemsworth and his wife are getting slammed on social media over what some say was a violent prank on their son. So Chris posted this pic on Instagram showing his wife smashing their 9-year-old son's face in his birthday cake. While most people said it was just in good fun, others called it quote unquote ridiculous and violent. Are people overreacting?
Can I just quickly say I learned from people this is actually a Mexican tradition. They do this and they have a separate cake or separate half of it. And it's called mordido, which is a bite, and they smash it every time. So it could be part of their culture and tradition. I find it wonderful. I've smashed cake into your face. You've smashed cake into my face.
I forgot
and
about
we
that.
enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I
we
totally
did.
enjoyed it.
Yeah,
was a
I'm not
good
taking
stress
shots
reliever.
at
I
any
know.
tradition, but I'm not with this.
What?
Not at all.
Get out
First
here,
of all,
Al.
let's eat that cake. Like, I don't like wasting food.
Oh,
That's bananas to me to like just waste cake like that. Also, like that can be traumatizing for anybody. If you're about to eat and the adults you trust to raise you in this world slams you like
Dude.
Roadhouse down into your thing.
Everyone look at the picture
I don't
again.
think it's like
Everyone's
that.
laughing.
It's not like
That's a joke under there.
not Roadhouse.
Yeah, do that, and then they pull him up and they say, "Where is he? Where is he?"
Look at that. They seem like that's a tradition.
Where is he? Where is he?
Dude, we need to get Al like in a little Roadhouse clip, like set him up and just.
I don't know. Sam, what do you think? Am I tripping on that?
I think you're tripping. I think I wouldn't want it done to me, but I still think it's funny.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it to my kids, but I wouldn't go on the internet and say this is violent. I think it's funny.
I would do it and I wouldn't post it.
Yeah.
That's definitely how I would roll.
Yeah.